Hello everyone, my name is Oliver. I'm 7 years old. Now let's read with teacher Prince Stuart. Lesson 4. People need law. Hello everybody, welcome back to American Textbook Reading. I'm Prince Stuart. We'll go over right now. We're talking about people need laws. In this unit, you'll discover why citizens want to follow laws. What should they do? Follow the laws. We talk about citizens. What exactly do they mean, citizens? A citizen is a person. A person is a human being who lives and works in a community. We talked about community before. A person who lives and works in a community. Are you a citizen? Yes, that's right. You are a citizen in your community. You are citizens of your country too. There, people are citizens. All the people are both citizens. Right? You are the citizens of the community where you live in. What part the responsibility citizen follow the law. Now, a law is a rule that people in a community must follow. Interesting. It say a law is a rule. The difference between law and rule, actually there is a little bit different, right? Laws are more formal. Laws are made by larger groups of people like governments. And if you break the law, the punishment is a lot stronger. And you break a rule is you make by smaller groups, less formal. Like in school, there's rules. Your parents have rules. In your family have rules. Everyone both have rules. The punishment is probably not as strong as breaking a law. You break a law with this really serious punishment. You break a rule is less punishment. However, you should always obey the law or the rule. It's the rule people in the community must follow. It really makes those laws. So you must follow or obey rules or obey. In other words, that's similar to that is follow. Obey means to do what you are told to do. Now this girl tells the dog to do something, the dog should obey her. We are not dogs, we are human beings. We can also follow or obey the laws and the rules in the community. Laws in the community, you should follow or obey the rules in school or families. We talk about rules and laws. What verbs we use with those words? We use obey or follow. Obey the laws, obey the rules, follow the laws, follow the rules. And use obey or follow, kind of each one is okay. And you use those words, all and rules, with very important things. Obey the laws in a community, obey the laws, okay? And what makes a group sense? Now, let's watch a bit follow or obey the law. Because if we do, that means that it will be fair. Their community will be fair. Our lives will be fair. That means it's equal to everybody. When this person and this person are equal in situation, their opportunities, they are equal to everyone. They are fair to do what they want to. Everybody should have equal laws. They should have all the same laws. Everybody equal. Everybody is equal, the same. If everybody is the same, has the same responsibility, and everyone has the same responsibility and follow the same rules, that's a fair society. There will be fair. Somebody is not for their laws. That's like, hey, that's not fair. That's not fair. They say it's not fair. There's somebody's trying to be better. That's not fair. It'll be sharp. Everybody have to be the same. They have to be fair. Okay. Also, another use follow laws is because it will be safe. Safe, of course, means in no danger. Of course, we're talking about traffic laws, are usually traffic laws. If you follow the traffic laws, you must be safe, as nobody will get hurt. There are many other laws. Now, don't steal. They might hurt someone. Get in a fight. Follow the laws. So obey the rules, and everybody will be safe. There will not be danger. Also, another reason to follow laws is to have a clean society. You have a clean society, not dirty. In the street, you see trash and also rubbish. As you things land on them, you just want to walk on a street that is clean and beautiful. It's be safe and we want things to be clean. The reason we should follow the law or obey the laws. Okay, now let's talk about some other ideas in relation to laws or rules. Have traffic signs. 2 words, vocabulary, traffic sign. Now a sign that is a sign. There are large posters are big words. There's some symbols that tell you some pairs have certain meanings. It's a sign that gives drivers and workers information. You're probably not a drivers. You're probably a workers. But we need the word on the street. We need information. We need to know what is the law. So if you don't know the law, you have to look at the sign to understand what's the law. Once it's the law, it's just one way. You can drive 2 ways. It's only one way. The sign says, okay, you can go right or you can go left. But you can't go straight. This one said, do neither. Do not go there. They're going to street to go the wrong way. So people, workers, can see these traffic signs and quickly they know what to do, what the lights, and they obey these laws. They follow these signs, and they'll be safe, and there no one's hurt. Okay. Now we have a bad situation here. Sometimes, of course, people might break the laws. Now you shouldn't break the laws. You should break the laws. That means to do something that laws tell us is wrong. If the law says don't do something, don't do it. The person is breaking the laws. Is please do not climb the hill. This person is about to climb the hill. She's breaking the laws. So to break the law, break the rules. Break the rules. That's not correct. Somebody break the laws. They are doing something that is wrong. By the way, we call somebody break the laws. Who break the laws called a criminal. Criminals are people who break laws, and they have catch them and they go to jail, right? Criminals break laws. Citizens, good citizens, do not break the laws. Okay, now people break laws, they make problems. Problem is a trouble or difficulty. Some people break laws, they don't obey the rules. They're a problem for everybody else. When you cause trouble, you give somebody trouble. Give trouble. Don't give other people trouble. Don't make difficult things. Make difficulty. Make problems. That you shouldn't do these things. It's not good. Don't give trouble. Don't. That big letter. Don't give trouble. Don't make difficulty. Follow the laws. As you think you're making a problem. You make a problem. Don't make problems. This lady has a problem. Very upset about something. She has a problem. Her life's difficult. She has some have to have trouble. We don't have to have difficulties in our life. Let's take a look at this. Why must citizens follow laws? Let's talk about a little bit about those ideas. We want to be safe, and want to be clean. Those are good reasons that we should not break the laws. Laws is strength. Here have the laws. Have you obeyed them? That's what's happened. If you break the laws, that's what's happened over here. Why should we follow the laws? If you obey the law, it's will be fair, it's safe, and things are clean. And every time you break the law, cause problems, you give difficulties. There are many kinds of laws in a community. People can make or change laws. That's interesting to know, right? There are many kinds of laws in a community. Think about the laws. And look at this picture and think about some laws. For example, it's a law. It's a babies can special strategies and they'll protect them. It's a law not to throw trash on the ground. Don't throw trash on the ground. It's a law. If you obey the laws, you're safe and clean. If you obey the laws, it's fair. Everybody's fair. They're safe and clean. If you break the laws, it will cause many problems. And sometimes people make laws that silly laws that are not. That's a fact. People can change the laws. You can change the laws. That this law isn't good. Make the street one-way street. It's caused too many people problems. So let's change the law and make the street two ways. You can do that. You can get together and change the laws and also make the laws. Remember, laws are communities that form. It's a take lots of people, sometimes a lot of argument, a lot of agreement. It's a groups of people and they go together and they meet at a place and they will make the laws together. Not only one people make laws. Let's match the words to its definition. Citizens, law, obey, fair, safe, and clean. Easy words, right? Let's take a look at the definition. Not dirty. What's an opposite of dirty? Opposite of dirty, what you know that is clean. If your room is dirty, your mom said clean the room. What is dirty? Clean your room. And these are dirty, just clean your hands. They cleans your hands right away. Okay, number 2, in no danger. The opposite of danger is safe. This is a kind of like opposite. Not dirty, clean, no danger, safe. What about this one? Equal to everyone. Everyone is equal. Everyone has the same there's the same rules to follow. That's equal. What's equal? What do we call that situation? We say that is fair. It's fair. And you see somebody who's breaking the law or breaking the rules. That's not fair. That's not fair. If you're equal to everyone, everybody should be equal. Everybody should follow the laws. That's fair. Number 4, to do what you're told to do. If someone tells you to do something, and your father tells you to do something, do your homework, wash the dishes. Yeah, and you do that, what you are obeying them. If you do what you're told to do, you're obeying a person. Of course, you can also obey the laws. The laws also tell you what to do. The laws tells us what to do if you obey the laws. Number 5, a rule that people in the community must follow. We just talked about that, right? A rule that formal use of small groups. But the other one that's similar to rule is more formal. It's break it, a punishment or stronger. Of course, talking about a law. A law is a rule that people in the community must follow. They have to follow the rule. Number 6, a person who lives and works in a community where all these types of things is a person. Which one of these is a person? What's a people? Citizen is the new word. A person, right? Citizens. A thing is for people, but we're also part of a community. We are part of a small village or town, city, or country, special country. But you can also say as citizens. We are citizens in our community, right? You are citizens in your community. You live and work in a community is citizens. Okay, let's move on. Your church. Here for church. It's a sign that shows the laws. Let's look at signs. We talk about signs, right? It's all types of signs. Signs that show the laws. There's signs that tell us what to do. They help us follow the laws. Here's a sign here, like a traffic sign. What is telling us? A picture of a person, and then we have the what, the cross, the street. We see this bike on the street. Oh, up to you know. Now stand cross here. It's children, not just children, but anybody. Of course, you want to know. And I can cross the street. Anybody can cross the street. So the place to cross the street. By the way, we call that a crosswalk. If you want to cross the street, don't cross the street anywhere. Look for the crosswalk. Look for the bars and streets. Then you cross the street. Now here is that interesting. It's calories from fats in the ingredients, food, nutrition, fats. You're going to the store and buy something, eat or drink. You have a label. This is a label. Why do all the food and drinks have labels on them? There's a law. Many food should have labels. When there's a law, the community passed the laws. Anybody who makes the drinks have to make labels because we want to know what's in that fruit or drinks. This way, don't make foods or drinks that are harmful to us. We can see what's in the drink, and we know that we can trust them. Just say what's in the drink. We will find out very specifically what's in the drink in the mall when the food should have labels. Okay, over here, another sign. It's easy to figure out. Then things, of course, it's a very common symbol. I see something like that, but that means do not. I have a picture there, so do not do many things. It's like two symbols. One symbol, then see a picture of an action. That's another symbol. We do not do what the action shows. And just nobody can swim here. There's a picture of someone swimming. There's a do not swim. Nobody should swim. There's a chart here. Do not swim in that place. Okay, let's move on to another exercise. Complete the sentence that best describe the pictures. We have several pictures here. Let's see a sentence. Let's just take a look at each picture. The pictures are family. They are crossing the streets in a crosswalk. We talked about crosswalk before. They are following the laws. They are following the laws. They are looking for the crosswalk. And an interesting picture. What are these two men doing? Are playing? No, they're fighting. They're fighting. This guy punching the other guys. And this other guy is hitting the eyes. It's terrible. They're fighting. They shouldn't do that. If they do that, that causes problems. Over here is the funny pictures. Have do not, and what's this picture? It's a pet. Looks like a dog. It's dog too. It's going to the bath poop. Don't let your dog poop in this area. Being community must be laws. They are following the laws here. They are not following the laws. This sign tells you the laws. What do these pictures have in common? People in a must do what? They must follow the laws. Now, if you follow the laws, we safe. Break the law, we hurt other people. And there are many different types of laws that also look signs that tell you how to follow the laws. So people in the community must follow laws. That's very good. It's kind of cute. Look careful, we have a dog and put poops on the ground. These two people have to pick and put in a bag and throw them into the rubbish. Let's go to a true-false question. A citizen is a person who lives and works in a community. A citizen is a person. A citizen is the type of person. A citizen is a person who lives and works in a community. And that sound right? Absolutely. It's right. It's true. A citizen is a person who lives and works in a community. Fair means equal. Fair is the same as equal. Fair means equal to everyone. Everyone is equal. Everyone is the same. Is that fair? Yes, you bet it's fair. True. Fair means equal to everyone. That's true. If everyone's equal, everyone is the same chance. That's fair. If you break laws, break the law. You obey the laws. Does that sound right? No, it doesn't. Break and obey are opposites. You can't break the laws and obey the law at the same time. That doesn't make sense. As this is for a break laws. You are not obeying the laws. If you break laws, you not obey the laws, but it don't have the words or not, so it's false. Okay, let's wrap this vocabulary section. Let's stick around and take a short break. We'll come back and take a break after reading session. Okay, welcome back to reading session. Of course, continue in the 4 people need laws. Reading session talking about why people need laws. What do people follow the laws? We learned a lot of things. Let's review our vocabulary in the reading session. What the reading session is about. Let's read. Citizens are people who live and work in a community. A community can be small, like a neighborhood. It's a citizens. Citizens are people. It's definition, right? Are people in a community. A community can be small, like a neighborhood, and large, like city or a country. There are a couple of sentences that defined. Now first, have a definition. What are citizens? Then insert the word community. The next sentence define what is a community. So 3 examples is a neighborhood, can be a city, like large, like city, or can be a country. 2 sentences. First of all, are talking about definition. What are these things? What are communities? And so we see this. So when someone lives in a neighborhood, he or she is called a neighborhood citizen. 2 sentences about definition and see so. So therefore, put in 2 sentences together. Someone lives in a neighborhood, which like a community. He or she is called a neighborhood citizen. We put these 2 together. We first talk about citizens, another we talk about community. Now we have neighborhood citizens. So 2 sentences showing definition, then so. As lives in this type, they are called a neighborhood citizens. It's just interesting idea. So that's just it and also being neighbors. Now when they live in United States of America, they are called American citizens. Of the neighborhood citizens, they have American citizens. talking about countries. Different countries have different types of citizens, different codes, different names of Americans. Next, citizens. Every community has laws which citizens should obey or follow. Here is finally is what we're talking about. That's the main idea. Let's see, finally, and that's something right, is every community has laws. All the community both have laws. In your community, it has a laws too, right? A main topic about every community has laws, which citizens should obey or follow. That's really the main idea of this passage. What we used before, just definition. So, let's continue. Laws have keep a community clean, safe, and fair. There are 3 reasons for laws. Craft laws, what the citizens obey or follow, because they help clean, safe, and fair. We have another idea, spent a sign in a process, no dumping. No dumping. No dumping means, that means no littering. Now throw your trash on the ground. Another very common sign is don't litter. Don't litter, as same as no dumping. Also just means do not throw trash on the ground. And you're eating something, you eat a piece of candy, or you have something that's wrapped with food, and finish eating, don't take and grab and throw it on the ground, right? Don't dump your trash, don't litter, don't throw your trash on the ground. Of course, you should do that, especially as do not throw them on the ground. Put it into the rubbish bin. Okay, now traffic signs. We talk about Pacific. Traffic signs. Traffic signs tell workers when to cross the roads and driver when to stop. The traffic sign telling people 2 things. I tell workers 1, and then to cross the road, and 2, as drivers when to stop. So traffic signs tell different people different things. Well, no workers cross. Second, they will tell drivers when to stop. Now, citizens can enjoy living in fair community when everybody obeys the laws. That's kind of somebody is real good. If they don't and break laws, people live in communities and citizens that they do not break the laws. That's a really good community, right? And if they don't and break the laws, they make problems for a community. If that sounds like true, don't follow the laws. What's happened? If they don't follow or obey the laws, and they break the laws, they make problems for community. They don't make problems for community. They'll cause trouble. You have to give other people. You don't want to make other people hurt. You don't want to have problems. If people don't follow the laws, they will have to go into jail. Then they are not happy. Other people are not happy about them. Of course, the people who break laws are called criminal, and they have been catch and they have to go into jail, right? Okay, now go to our readings. In this reading skill, we talk about cause and effect. This is a good topic to talk about, cause and effect. What kind of things would happen in cause the laws? What kind of things happen if you break the laws? We talk about every community has laws. This is true, of course. Communities from small communities to large communities, communities to like traditional communities. This true in a jungle, right? They're living like cow things, and thousands they still have laws. All communities have laws. So what you're doing here has cause and condition. Look at the result, the effect. Cause and effect. Have several blanks here. How to fill in the blanks with these words. Problems, break, follow, or pay. Now take a look at the first one. Is this situation true? What's the effect? Citizens are what's the laws? There are lots of blanks in this sentence. Okay. As the effect is citizens can enjoy clean, safe, and fair society. If you want this effect and this result, what should citizens do? There's a couple of words that I talk about with laws. First of all, as vocabulary, just obey. Obey the laws. Obey is a similar, the same things follow. Obey or follow the laws. Look at that one. So obey or can use follow. It doesn't matter. Obey the laws, you follow the laws. It doesn't matter with what you use. It's just do you say it's right or incorrect, okay? As obey the rules, our people follow the rules. The laws and rules are similar. Okay, obey and follow are similar. Okay, if people do this is the effect. And down here is the citizens. Here have the blanks here, and I have blanks here. Yes, citizens make what for community? Have break and problems here. This is the opposite. Citizen can obey the law, or citizen can. What's the opposite of? What's opposite? What's this break? If you break the law, that's the opposite of follow or obey. So if citizen break the laws, it's a laws, it's condition. What's the effect? What's the result? Citizens make what? Problems for a community. And this one shouldn't make problems. People shouldn't break the laws, and people shouldn't make problems for a community. That's showing cause and effect. What happens if follow the law? We have clean and safe and fair society. Help break the laws and make problems for a community. Okay, let's move on. We have a reading comprehension question. How well do you remember what we talk about in the reading? Let's go over the different questions. Number one, have a blank here. Our people live in a community. Basically, what can A, B, C do is people. Which in these three answers describe people who live in a community. Here have a neighborhood, citizens, and laws. Now which one do these words describe people? A neighborhood, these people? No, neighborhoods are places, not people. Citizens, are citizens people? Yes, that's true. Is it true for last sentence? Citizens are people who live in a community? Yes, that's right. Citizens are people who live in a community. Let's see for practice laws. People? No, laws are not people. The right answer is B. Citizens are people, and they're people who live in a community. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Traffic sign tell driver when to do something. A verb clause. The traffic signs tell driver to when the driver need to know. Or traffic signs. To stop, B to dump, C to be clean. Okay, but just to A is the correct answer. Traffic sign tell driver when to stop. Now, when to dump, doesn't be dumping trash after cars. It's not right. Sign tell driver when to be clean. Like, it's just say it be clean. It's kind of dirty. Oh, don't say that. It's weird. Very weird. A traffic sign tells driver when to stop. There's the stop sign. You see the red traffic light, and there's will stop. The traffic sign tells drivers to stop. Every community has laws which, let's talk about laws which do something. What about these laws? What? A, B, or C is long answer. First of all, as a citizen's true ways. So, as a citizen should break and not follow. It should break the laws. Have fortune. No, that's silly. I should not break and not follow. Not follow the law is not correct. Has should obey or follow. Oh, that sounds right. That sounds better than A. I should obey the laws. Obey or follow are same words, really. Is the B is the correct answer. Obey or follow. Our community has laws that should obey or follow. C. A citizen should make for others. That's kind of weird. Our community of all citizens should make for others, like you go and clean other people. No, that's weird. So it's a non-sentence. Number 4. When someone lives in a neighborhood, they are called. A. They're called an American citizens, but if they are not, oh, it's not right. They are not American citizens. So this doesn't make sense. B. They're called good citizens, but we don't know. They just live in neighborhood, but we don't know they're good citizens or bad citizens. No, we don't know what they are good or bad. So B is not right. They are called a neighborhood citizens. Oh, that's true. C sounds true. They are called we don't know they're good citizens or bad citizens. B is not true. They just told us that they just only live in a neighborhood. They don't tell us that they are bad or good citizens. If they're good citizen or bad citizen, that depends what they do. That we don't have. So C is the right answer. Okay, come back to a topic talking about laws. Why must citizens follow laws? Let's see if they break the laws. If this happen, if they obey the laws, these are things that happen. Now, if people break laws, they run to a stop. They don't stop, and stuff like they didn't obey the laws. So what happened? They cause problems. They cause lots of problems. If you break the laws, they cause a lot of problems. If you obey the laws, it's just a scale. It's showing two things are equal or the same. Things are equal, same, everybody, we say it is fair. If you are obeying the laws, a sign are be fair. Also, what's happened? This little baby right here. This little look very white. As Uncle up, he put on his seatbelt and he's sitting in a special child seat, so he is safe in the car. So obey the law, well, people will be safe. As I hear, wow, this is a nice street. Wow, look very nice, and there are no trash or rubbish around here. It looks so beautiful and nice. And where what? It's clean. It's clean. It's not dirty. It's really nice and beautiful. And these are things that if you're breaking the laws, these will happen. If you're obeying the laws, these things will happen. There. People need laws too. Everyone both needs laws. If their laws are really important from the community. If they don't have laws, your community will be a and dangerous community. If If you follow the laws, it will make a beautiful and safer community. So think about when you go out to the community, remember about these things and follow the laws. Don't break the laws and you cause some problems and they will hurt other people. Be safe, be fair, and make sure that your place is clean. Okay, let's wrap up this lesson today. Take care.